Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Sports, the morning show, man. It's a very exciting time in sports, man. NBA's coming back tomorrow. Very exciting football going on in college football and baseball and the NFL, man. NFL shaping up real differently this year than most people expected. But Gene, how was your weekend, brother?
I Good weekend. I can't complain. I got a lot of rest in this weekend. Rested Friday night, watched a bunch of sports. Rested Saturday, watched a bunch of sports, and then Sunday. Listen, I'll tell you right now, I'm on a record run in the NFL that I need to be selling my picks to people because the numbers I'm at right now are silly. 17-3 against the spread. Free picks, giving it away. Call the line 1-800-NFL GENEius.
Mo, how was your weekend, big dog?
I'm with Gene. Look, I had a sports-filled weekend. I watched Shohei Ohtani do something that you don't see done. Just my uncle called me during the game and said, "When's your boy Barry Bonds ever done that?" And I didn't have a response because he never did anything like that. But he couldn't. I mean, Shohei Ohtani is one of one. Great football weekend. I can't complain. It was just a great weekend for sports.
Mr. Will, how was your weekend, big dog?
I should be wearing a paper bag over my head right now.
You should.
Florida State loses. The biggest thing to me is that I've never been, and I'm not a candidate of anybody losing their job, but if Mike Norvell loses his job, hey, he did it to himself by not having this defense prepared. So we'll see if he gets fired. Saints looking terrible. The one good thing, the NBA is back, and I'm very happy about that.
Before I kick it off to you, Will, man, I just want to go ahead and pay some respect to Mr. Doug Martin, man, who was
Remember him?
He had two solid
him.
elite years for the Bucks, man. In 2012 and 2015, man, he passed away. Just want to pay my respect to the boy.
Yes.
He died very young, 36 years old, man. It's unfortunate, but
Rest in peace, brother.
Go ahead, Will.
Real quick, I just want to talk about this photo. As any WWE fan knows, Seth Rollins out hurt with a shoulder injury, gonna be out for a minute. I found this photo this morning. It seems to be a viral photo going around. I want to get your fellas' opinion on it, what you guys are thinking. I'll start with you. What you thinking about this photo, man?
I mean, it's a cool photo. Do I think he's gonna end up wearing the belt anytime soon? I don't. But it's a cool photo. Look, I know Seth Rollins is out, but remember, he's out with the belt.
Yep.
He's going to be the champion while he's out. So whatever they do, what they're not going to do is he's not going to become heavyweight champ. So it's a good photo.
Gene, what you thinking? There's no a bigger Seth Rollins fan I know of than you. So what you thinking about this, bro?
I mean, Seth's going to vacate the belt. The belt's getting vacated. And I think it's Saturday night's main event. You're going to get a fatal four-way match between Braun Breaker, who's going to claim that it's his belt because he took Seth Rollins out. And then you're going to hear, gentlemen. And then you're going to get CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight, and Braun Breaker in a fatal four-way match. And the winner gets the title. And that's how they'll settle the belt. I think that photo is trying to tease the sense of, hey, I took the belt off him. It's mine. He's going to walk around and claim it like it's his.
Right.
And then the WWE Monday Night Raw is going to be like, nope. We cannot do this. Seth Rollins is a major injury, and he'll be shedless. He's dumping the belt. He's going to be out for almost a year.
And we've seen people run that angle before. Hell, we saw AJ run it. She didn't claim it was hers, but she had it for a little bit. So we've seen that angle before. So it should be interesting. One more thing I want to talk about real quick, Mo. I know me and you are diversive on this. Monet don't want her 12th title, man. Come on, man.
I know you can't stand her. You're not a big fan. Look, I think records are made to be broken. Ultimate Dragon did it years ago. Good for her that she did it. I know she's not your favorite performer. She's one of mine. Look, as much as I like Jade Cargill, she's nowhere near the performer as Monet is. She's just
No.
not. If she ever got to that level, she'd be the GOAT, considering what she already has to work with. But I just think it's amazing that she did that feat. And they're doing it for a buildup, right, Will? She's going to lose a few of those titles because at one point,
for sure,
she will be the AEW Women's Heavyweight Champion. So I think they let her break the record, and she's going to start losing a few of those belts.
I don't understand the love affair Tony Khan has with her. I really don't. Maybe it's just a me thing. Gene, am I wrong in saying that, Gene? Am I wrong? Am I incorrect?
Absolutely, you're wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Let me ask you a question real quick. What are we talking about right now?
I just don't like the fact that when Ultimo Dragon did it, I thought it was a special feat from what he did.
And you don't think Mercedes Moné is a special feat?
No.
Why?
I don't think she's.
Will's not a fan.
I don't think it's not so much as Monet. I just don't think that record. She's worthy of that record, particularly in today's environment of pro wrestling, where you can manufacture somebody. I think she's just being a manufactured champion right now.
Is Ultimo Dragon a top 5, top 10 WWE superstar of all time?
No, not WWE. Now, if you go over to Japan, that might be a different story, but not WWE.
But that's the minor leagues, right?
I mean,
the minor leagues. The top Japan talent comes here. Do they not?
I mean, yeah, but if you go back, look back in the day, so what they were doing over in New Japan was amazing.
But Mercedes Moné is a top 5 women's talent of all time.
Facts.
Okay.
So
I just don't like.
And what are we talking about? We're talking about AEW right now. We're talking about Mercedes Moné now. So you said you don't understand the love affair that Tony Khan has with Mercedes Moné. Well, this is the love affair. We're talking about it on the morning show. What Tony Khan did with Mercedes Moné, and he wants to elevate her. Like if in Tony Khan's world, Mercedes Moné would be the greatest women's wrestler of all time because the other 4 are on a WWE platform.
I agree with that.
So the thought process is elevate my top superstar, get my brand talked about. And I love everything. I think it's super smart.
I'm with you. That's exactly why Tony's elevating her. And don't remember this, Will. We are talking about sports entertainment.
Oh yeah.
All I'm saying is all the champions are manufactured champions. It's sports entertainment.
It just doesn't have the same, because I was around when Ultimo did his thing. I just don't think it just doesn't impress me as much as it did back then. I will say this though, AEW has more women's talent on that roster. It almost is up there with NXT's almost. And I just think some of that other talent needs to be elevated rather than you just sticking everything on Monet. Monet this, Monet that. There's other women on that roster that can be highlighted. And that's another issue that I have with it. But it could just be a me thing. I don't know.
Sounds personal, Will.
Did you ask her out and she said no?
Oh man,
but, crazy. Will sliding in the DMs.
Sliding in the DMs, man.
Go down in the DMs.
Will shot his shot. I
shot my shot and I failed.
Hey, I don't have enough Monet for Monet.
Hey, you gotta take your chances somewhere here and there.
Yeah,
but
more Monet.
But that's all I got, Carmike.
And in other news, fellas, the season is kicking off with drama. You know, you got upsets, epic collapses of teams happening, man, right in front of our eyes this season, man. But the revival of teams, everybody thought them Chiefs was cooked, man. But the reigning king of quarterbacks is turning it up now.
Man, I got.
But Gene, I want to start off by talking about Georgia Ole Miss.
Okay.
With the upset. Georgia was number 9. Ole Miss was number 5. It was an upset.
Georgia was a 7.5-point favorite, man.
It was a favorite, but they still was number 9.
Lane Kiffin's going to do what Lane Kiffin does. When there's a big moment and there's a big game, he's going to piss down his leg. Him and Brian Kelly have the same thing in common. They get you routing, they get you dealt in, And when there's a big moment and a big opportunity, they're going to pitch down their leg.
It was a
Georgia didn't
shootout
play for
game,
that
though.
game.
You wrong
Georgia
for
was
that.
down in that game.
It
You
was.
wrong
Ole Miss
for that,
had the
Seven.
ball up 6. And then all of a sudden it was stop, touchdown, stop, touchdown, stop. Like it just, that was it.
Yeah.
Pitch
Georgia,
down the leg.
they scored 17 unanswered in the fourth, man. But that was a very good game. Through 3 quarters, it was a shootout, man.
Yeah. And then in the fourth quarter, when the moment got big, what Lane Kiffin do? I'm sorry. It's a tale told so often that you understand what the outcome is going to be before it happens. I picked Georgia. I don't think Georgia's better than Ole Miss. Ole Miss the better football team. I picked Georgia.
Mo, how you feel about this game?
I'm never been a huge Lane Kiffin fan. I think he's the kind of coach that he is good enough to make your program relevant and bad enough to where he doesn't win big games. I think that's the Lane Kiffin experience.
Will, did you watch this game, man?
I saw bits and pieces of it, but I ain't gonna sit here in front. Being an FSU fan, I was happy they lost. Somebody else need to experience my pain, doggone it. Experience my pain, man. Experience it. And that's
Well,
what
I guarantee
they
you
need
this.
to do.
Somebody loses every game.
Huh?
Somebody loses every game.
Yeah.
So you could just relate to them.
Relate to all the losers.
Hey, the good news is though, you have a very optimistic Chicago Bulls season coming up.
No, we
Do
don't.
they though?
No, we don't.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
No, we don't.
It had to be. I mean,
It had to be a huge joke. Huge joke.
But another
But
upset.
Damon,
man.
I see you in the comments, man. You have to throw shade for me like that, Damon. I see you.
But another upset. You had Louisville took down Miami, the U.
Man, see that man.
Yo, that was a very good game, man. But the U end up choking.
Yep.
Carson Beck ended up choking, and then Carson Beck threw his teammates under the bus.
he did. Pulled the tour.
There was no need for that.
That was wrong.
So you think it was all Carson that game, huh?
The quote was, "We have." I'm going to read to you. We have a perfect play for it, but we had a miscommunication with the route and what we were doing. We had the perfect play for it.
I mean, there's a lot of miscommunication sometimes, man. You know,
He just ran the wrong route. Went to go throw it because we're hot off of pressure, and again, he made a good play on it, but it definitely didn't help that he ran the wrong play.
Just throwing the receiver under the bus.
I mean, this is the season of a lot of QBs being outspoken this year, man. Even Tua is speaking out, man. You know, it's coaches. I don't know what's going on, man. It's a drama-filled year, man. I like it a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's lay it out on the table. You know what I mean? But that was an upset of a game.
That was an upset. You ain't lying.
Yeah.
Very good game though. But
pick Miami to win that game.
Mo, let's talk about the reigning king, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Man, they got Rashee Rice back this Sunday. Well, technically last Sunday. It was a very scary look for in the offense wise, but was it more scary for the Chiefs and their output of offense, or was the Raiders just that bad? How many cups of coffee you giving this game?
One. I don't know. Can I give half a cup? It wasn't a good game. And they were playing against the Raiders. So I get Chiefs fans like, we're back. I'm like, I don't know if that counts playing against a practice squad. I don't know if they're back or not.
Squad though.
Look, I think most of us had the Chiefs making the playoffs, even if we didn't think much of their offense. Before they got Rice back, we thought they would still find a way to make the playoffs.
Right.
The fact that the rest of the division has kind of folded back, and that Denver, to me, even though they won that miracle yesterday, they haven't looked nearly as good as a lot of people projected. It's a weird division because the Chiefs are kind of back into where they have a shot to win the division again, because the Chargers are just riddled with injuries. They look done. They look done. So look, I get it. If you're a Chiefs fan, you should be excited to a degree, but I'm not gonna base it based off of them beating down a Geno Smith-led Raiders team.
434 total yards, though, man. That ain't scary to you. Against
The Raiders are scary to me.
the Raiders got a solid defense, man. With Max Crosby, but NFL genius weigh in on this.
Do they?
I don't know what you're talking about as far as a solid defense. The Raiders think
They got Geno the ball back several times this year, man. That team, they be doing some damage a little bit.
Geno had old 67 yards, so he kept giving the ball back to the other team. They benched him for Kenny Pickett. Like, that game was embarrassing. That was not a football game. You have Ashton Genty in the backfield and you don't use him. It's like having a Ferrari and keeping it in a broken, dusted down garage. Like, it's insane to me what this Raiders team has become. Pete Carroll, man, maybe he should have stayed as an assistant or an executive administrator. You know how the teams give them titles when they want to fire you, but they don't want to fire you? Right. Like, should have stayed in Seattle and be like, yeah, you could be a guy that sits in the office. But at the end of the day, this Raiders team is dog water. And I will let you know how the Chiefs look when they go up against someone of relevance, which will be next week.
Will, how you feel about this game?
I was disappointed. But to be fair, because the Raiders are a bad team, but let's be fair. No Jacoby Myers yesterday, no Brock Bowers yesterday, but they're still terrible. They're terrible on defense. It's like you're playing a JV team. I don't put much stock in this win, but I will give Rashid Rice credit. He did look good, but I don't give him this much. One cup of coffee for me.
So, Will, are the old champs back and ready to contend for another title is what I need to know.
Are the old Chiefs back? No. I still think they got some issues they need to fix.
Oh, and they're going to run into the Commanders with no Jaden Daniels next week.
I mean, between that and you got the refs and the hidden whistles on your side, I'm sorry, Seven.
So that game, next week's game, is going to look a lot like the game versus the Raiders.
Yeah, I just realized that Jaden Daniels is not going to play.
Yeah.
I think he's done for a long time. I really do.
And guess what? If I was them, I'd sit him for the rest of the year.
Damn.
I know I would.
So is it time for the Raiders to move around and get another quarterback, man? We giving up on Geno?
I've been giving up on Geno.
What quarterback is there to get, though?
I love when he said they wrote me off. I didn't write back. They write me off again,
What quarterback is out there to get, though, to be fair?
Listen, they can tank and get a
Archie.
Archie's not stopping. Stop it. Come on, bro.
Archie ain't coming out this year.
Don't do that, man.
Archie ain't coming out this year.
Archie ain't coming out this year. He might not come out next year.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, come on.
Look at Dante Moore from Oregon.
Gunnar Stockton.
No. I think Fernando Mendoza from Indiana. I told you guys about this before.
That kid can play.
I think he can play. I think you got a lot of quarterbacks. Lenore Sellers. There's a lot of guys that you can.
What about the quarterback from Vanderbilt? I forget his kid name.
He's okay.
Damon is in the chat just trolling. No.
Yo, they could. Hey, that'd be a good trade though, man.
Shador.
Instead of being
I still don't think. No.
Come on, man. Y'all, we gotta chill with the Shador.
We gotta chill with it. We're for real.
Yo, come on. Y'all give it Dylan Gabriel a chance, but Shador can't get his shot, man. Come on, man.
You want your shot with the Raiders? Go right ahead.
Hey, man, listen, it can't be. You want to sit on the bench or you want to go out there and prove that you can make some real money? What you want to do?
You want to win? Put Booby in. Come on, coach.
You got to do with Michael Myers and Trey Tucker. Come on, man.
But let's start it off. Not about to say Will, but Gene, the NFL genius. I know you want to talk about this, man. Fly Eagles fly, man. Jalen Hurts had a perfect passer rating against the Vikings, though. But still,
against the Vikings.
That's a Brian Flores defense.
Yeah, the defense was very good, but they was just stopping the run.
Got you.
That's about it. Just stopping the run. That's all people worried about the Eagles this year. They stopping the run, which we're still struggling to do, even with passing the ball. But despite that, 28-22 victory. Talk to me about it, Gene. Cups of coffee for this game. How'd you feel about it?
19 of 23, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a 158.3, aka a perfect quarterback rating. Y'all do me a favor and lay off Jalen Hurts. The offensive coordinator is the reason the Philadelphia Eagles have been having issues this year. It's not Jalen Hurts thing. The offensive line is destroyed. Is every other day I'm seeing Toth, I'm seeing Pryor up front. We can talk about the run game after the bye. Let's talk about the run game after we get the linemen healthy and back. After you get Landon Dickerson fully back. After you get Cam Jurgens fully back. And by the way, I don't want to lead into it right now, but thank God GENEius Smith retired, because my main man, number 55, number 1 in your heart, number 55 in your program, going to be coming back to that defense. Mr. Brandon Graham will be signing a 1-year contract with the Philadelphia Eagles today.
How much you think he got left in the tank?
I think he's got enough to give them what GENEius Smith's giving him. No, it's not. GENEius Smith was playing well. My point being is, if you're going to give me 12 to 14 plays a game and that energy and that leadership in that group, we're getting Nolan Smith back after the bye. I feel good about where this defense is headed. Quinyon Mitchell played great defense yesterday. Cooper DeJean played great defense yesterday. We just need to solve cornerback 2, and we're good.
Yeah, because they let Jordan Ashton go off yesterday, man.
How much we beat the Chiefs by, Tony? Check.
Oh,
Mo, talk to me about this game.
What's up?
Look, I've been on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon for a while. I just feel that when he's given an opportunity to throw the football the way they did in this game, they were more aggressive. And watching them throw the ball down the field, I like that they attacked deep and he pushed the ball down the field. People forget, because Devontae Smith's got speed. The kid's got wheels. That just opens up the offense. I know a lot of people are talking about the run game struggles, but to Gene's point, the offensive line hasn't been whole. Let the offensive line get whole, and then let's see what the run game looks like. It's been a tough year for Saquon, but I think we got to remember, this is a marathon. This is 17 weeks, man. You think Saquon Barkley's not going to be 1,000-yard back when it's all said and done? I would challenge that. Now, he's not going to do a 2,000-yard season, but do I still think he's going to get you around 1,100 yards? I do.
Will, how you feel about this game?
I like the game because it kept your receivers involved. It kept AJ off the mic in terms of complaining or being a malcontent. I love that fact. And you were right about Devontae Smith. That boy is fast. That's nothing but pure speed. Good to see him get off yesterday. And then, Dallas Goedert is still going to be a factor on that team as well later on in the season. And I do believe the offensive line will get better, and you'll start seeing Saquon show up more on the stat sheet. So between them getting guys back and that defense getting better, they're gonna be they're still gonna be a problem. Still gonna be a huge problem in the NFC.
So, do you think the Eagles, in its current form, is enough to get them back to the Super Bowl?
The current form? The answer is no.
Yeah. Definitely.
They're fun. You know what?
Definitely.
Look at their record, and they're struggling, but look where they're at in the NFC. They're not even playing their best football. The offense was terrific yesterday through the air, but I think when they're whole, I'm talking about on both sides of the football, I picked the Eagles to be the best team in the NFC before we started. Nothing's changed for me. It just hasn't been as clean as it was last year. But who in the NFC right now, outside of the Eagles? There's some good football teams, but who's the dominant football team in the NFC? Because I don't see a NFC, dominant football team.
Baker and them boys. Baker winning games, man.
They are winning games. Right. Facts.
Yeah.
Baker and them boys is winning games over there, man.
Them in their house.
That don't mean they dominate. Just because you're winning football games means you're a good team. Doesn't mean you're a dominant team.
I mean, Baker's been great, but they've been winning a lot of close cardiac games.
But on any given Sunday, anybody can win a game, man. We didn't play our best against them.
There's a difference between being good and dominant, though.
Oh, the Eagles are definitely not dominant in their current form. They are good enough to win Super Bowl. But what I'm hoping is after the bye week,
they get guys back. Yep.
They got it. They absolutely have to figure. I hate it. This is going to sound really hilarious. Y'all ready? They have to figure out a way to make sure they beat the Giants at home. Did you hear what I just said? They need to figure out a way to beat the Giants at home.
No. That makes sense, actually.
If they win this week, at home versus New York. And I say if because it used to be when you play New York, it's like, all right, we'll check that off as a win. We'll go into the bye feeling well. But with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo, the way they're playing in New York, they're playing good football. So if they get a win this week, head into the bye and get healthy, you get Nolan Smith back, you get BG on the team, you get Landon Dickerson a week of health, you get Cam Jurgens a week of health. Malata's playing great football, Tyler Steen, Lane Johnson. You get that whole line set up for the second half because their schedule outside of after the bye is insanely hard. Like we talked, their schedule is not easy. We talked about before the season started how tough their schedule was. I'll talk about it again. They play at the Packers versus the Lions, at the Cowboys, which is a much harder game than people anticipated. And then they play the Bears, who are 4-2. And then they play at the Chargers. Like that schedule does not get easier. And that's before going to Buffalo.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that the difference between Cowboys and Giants is the Giants got a defense that pass rush is very dangerous, man. That Brian Burns, he's been lighting people up this year, man. He's been just destroying offensive lines.
And you can't let Dallas get a look. The Cowboys, in my opinion, are the greatest front running team ever. If they get a lead on you, they're gonna front run the rest of their way to victory.
I don't know because the defense.
You got to keep them down.
You got to be ahead of the Cowboys. You got to stay ahead scoring with them because they're going to keep scoring.
Yep.
They're going to score, but you're going to be able to score as well.
Yep, you're going to be able to score too.
You get some stops, but you're going to be able to score on them too.
Yep.
Look, we're bragging about how great the Giants' defensive line is. Talent-wise, I agree with you. But if your defensive coordinator doesn't call a great game, sort of like yesterday, that kind of negates that talent.
He called a game through 3 quarters and then folded in the 4th.
Yep.
Football's a 4-quarter game, bro.
Hey, somebody can only coach 3, man. Once that 4th quarter adjustment happens, sometimes it's hard to adjust, man.
Clearly. That is a historical epic loss.
Yeah, it is.
Like that's a fireable offense.
That defensive coordinator he should be on the much fire this morning in the media.
Oh man, but moving on to one of the best teams in the season thus far, the Minneapolis Colts, man, pulling off a dominating win against the Chargers, 38-24, pushing them to 6-1. Gene, talk to me about these Colts, man. Are they a legitimate playoff contender this year?
I give up. The Colts are 100% Super Bowl contender this year. They a Super Bowl contender. They absolutely are playing ridiculous offense. They're playing complimentary football. Jonathan Taylor is the number 1 rusher in the NFL right now. Daniel Jones is playing his ass off. You got guys like Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman Jr., Tyler Warren. That offensive line's played out their mind. Their defense is playing well. I give up. I can't hate on them anymore.
No mas.
Oh, is the Colts a legitimate contender this year?
Yeah, look, I thought before the season that if Daniel Jones was a good game manager with what they had, they were going to make the playoffs. But he's been more than a game manager. And Jonathan Taylor is Jonathan Taylor. To go with that dominant offensive line, they have a good, not great defense, but they're a legit contender in the AFC. Dr. Jones is balling. Like, he just finds ways. And they have a very underrated receiving core. It's one of those receiving core nobody talks about, but they just make plays. So I said they were going to win the division. I still think they win the division, and they're a legitimate contender.
I think they're able to make plays because of JT. I think if the Colts didn't have JT doing what he did, it'd be a lot harder for them Colts receivers to do what they do.
I mean, that's fair, but that's kind of why I said if Daniel Jones was just a game manager, they were going to be a playoff team. But he's been much more than a game manager.
Yep.
He's been the perfect complement to Taylor. So that's why I think they're contenders.
Will, what you think about these Colts?
Jonathan Taylor's playing out his mind right now. That defense is playing well, timely defense, opportunistic defense on occasion. Tyler Warren, I can't speak more than enough about him. He played a good game yesterday, keeps the chains moving. Daniel Jones has been playing out of his mind, playing with it, not making the mistakes he made with the Giants. Um, they are definitely they're gonna win that division. I'm sorry, Ando. I know you and your brothers are Jags fans, but the Colts are gonna win that division
Wow.
and definitely Super Bowl contenders, most definitely.
I've never met a Jag fan.
So are we
Yeah, I know
talking?
two of them.
So is it time to put them in the talks, man? Of
Dang,
you
Jury,
know
for now.
MVP.
I mean, you
No,
have to.
yeah, I
I
mean, you
think
can talk
Jonathan
about him.
Taylor,
I don't think he wins it,
I
but you can
think
talk about him.
Jonathan Taylor is the MVP of the offense, but
Yep.
just like the year Brock Purdy and CMC, had that run for San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy was in the MVP conversations, and I said it should be CMC. I think it should be Jonathan Taylor, but the
Yep.
quarterback's always going to get that first look. And that's not to slight Daniel Jones. He's playing great football.
Yeah.
But
Jory said the Colts look great for now, man. You think they're gonna end up start folding up?
I mean, 5 years of watching Daniel Jones play football tells me they will, but I can't see it. They played great
My
football this year.
my concern is if Jonathan Taylor should go down. I mean, you have Amir Abdullah behind him, but they're not the
Who?
same if
Amir
JT goes
Abdullah,
down. Huh?
That boy ain't been good since he been
Yeah,
in
he
the
ain't been good in
league.
a while. So that'd be my question. If
Yo,
JT goes down,
didn't
what
they
do they
say
look
Amir
like?
Abdullah supposed to be the next Barry?
They tated him that they called him that when he first got to the league, but
They
no.
did say
Something's wrong with his medulla oblongata.
that.
But yeah, that's my concern with the Colts. If JT should go down, they in trouble.
But we didn't get to talk about the game. Actually, man, what's going on with the Chargers, man? Are they? What's happening with Herbert, man? Like
They're,
he
they're
can't seem to.
hurt.
He still got playmakers out there. He
They're
can't make nothing
hurt. They lost their third string right tackle yesterday in the game.
Yep.
They're on their fourth string right tackle. Their backup left tackle. They're hurt. I don't think it's a hard concept. And he still threw for 400 yards yesterday.
Yep.
That defense couldn't stop a leaky faucet yesterday. And Herbert threw for 400 yards.
They got Khalil Mack back yesterday.
I'm glad.
That's
Good
great.
for them.
That ain't enough.
I'll say this. I wouldn't want Justin Herbert dropping back the past 50 times. That's too much. The whole offense is on him. They have no run game at all. And like Gene said, another injury and Jim Harbaugh is going to be playing right tackle. Like they're just ravaged with injuries. This is not going to be their year, clearly.
Chargers got
yeah.
down early in this game, and that pretty much once you get down early, you pretty much injure any attempt at a run game because they got to try to get back in it. So Vidal didn't get the opportunity to do what he normally does. So yeah, they're between the injuries and ineffective defense, they were going to lose this game.
Well, they was only 2 scores away. They just couldn't score the ball after they dropped 24. It was just cooked after that, man.
Mekhi Becton went down in that game. Their third string right tackle went down in that game. When you said he couldn't score the ball, I watched that game. That game was on my TV. Justin Herbert got smacked around in that game. He had no time. He was dancing for his life. I'm not a Justin Herbert defender. I actually was calling him one of the more overrated quarterbacks. But that wasn't his fault yesterday at all. And every time they got within a couple scores, they got within one score, the Colts would go right down in 6 plays and score again. That defense was gassed by the end of the day.
And give Justin Herbert props. He fought yesterday. He had guys all around him. He was still up there throwing and competing. So I got to give him props on that.
I mean, his running backs ran for 2.8 yards per carry.
Mm-hmm.
That offensive line wasn't doing shit.
Nope. He had guys around his ankles yesterday, and he was still out there throwing lasers.
Hey, man, everybody who had a bad offensive line is dealing with it. Speaking of, we got to go with Kyle versus Jory. Cam Ward versus Drake May. Patriots versus the Titans, man. Drake May was very surgical on Sunday. He beat Tom Brady's record for completion percentage for the franchise of the Patriots, 91%. And a 31-13 win, man. Gene, talk to me about this game, man. What's going on with the Titans, man? The Patriots.
Still rather not.
Titans jumped on them early. I mean, they were up 10-3 after the first quarter. It's a big touchdown pass to start the game. Great pass. But when everything was said and done, the Patriots were surgical in the football game. Second quarter, third quarter, they led touchdown drive after touchdown drive. And it didn't help. They scored a touchdown to make it 11 points in the third quarter. And the next play, Cam Ward threw the ball backwards. I don't know what the hell happened there. Like,
he was back there running, man. He was back there running, man. And the ball slipped out. He was trying to get it out. And
okay.
That's a good question.
He's looking like one, Kyle. I mean, he's playing like one right now.
That's a good question.
He's playing like one. I'll once again,
Kyle, you don't get to ask that question. You're biased.
I love admitting when I was wrong. Drake May, I didn't see it in him until these last few weeks. I see them. So I have no problem coming on here and admitting when I'm wrong about something. Drake May looks really good.
Cam Ward don't look good to you, man? Even with that offensive line as trash as it is?
To be determined.
He be out there throwing dimes, man.
Okay.
I wouldn't go that far, Carmike. I think that you can see his raw talent, but look, I'm not saying he's this guy, but he makes a lot of Anthony Richardson like plays too.
Yeah.
No, false, Mo.
Yeah.
No, it's not false.
No,
Hold up. He makes
Anthony
a lot
Richardson,
of Anthony Richardson like plays.
Anthony Richardson don't play football. He played 3 games out of 5 years now, or 4 years, whatever.
I'm not saying Cam Ward is gonna be him, but I'm saying it's too early in his career to say what he's gonna be. I don't know what he's gonna be. I know what he could be, but we're gonna have to wait and see.
I mean, you put him in a different system. I think Cam Ward can be among the top young talent in the league, man. You don't think so?
I don't know. We're going off of potential, but look, potential is a beautiful thing, but it doesn't always get fulfilled.
I mean, I've been watching Cam Ward. Like, Cam Ward has been making rookie mistakes, but all in the same breath, he has been trying to step in the pocket and throw dimes to receivers who got butterfingers all year long. You know what I mean? He's throwing dimes to them, and they just dropping them. Like, you can't do nothing with that.
So
as a quarterback,
you're watching when I'm watching, because I've seen the drop passes. I've also seen passes that are like he's a pitcher in baseball, like he's thrown on the ground. Like, I'm just saying, I don't.
No homo.
You guys are really quick to anoint a guy as a greater.
I'm just saying
he hasn't done anything. I'm not killing him, but we can't be like, hey, he's gonna be a top. I don't know what he is. Like if we're being objective, I think Jackson Dart looks better than he does.
Well, Jackson Dart has a better offensive line than he does, and plus he gets out the pocket. I think
this is the one thing, Carmike, you're crazy. All right. There's 36 quarterbacks that have been graded by PFF. PFF takes in effect drops. It takes in effect offensive line. It takes everything in effect. 36 quarterbacks have been graded, have played enough snaps to be graded. Where do you think Cam Ward ranks?
He ain't gonna be high. He ain't been having a good year.
Okay, so he's 35th. You know the one quarterback that's below him?
Who?
Jake Browning. Let's slow down on when I say to be determined, I feel like I'm being nice.
Right.
He's not played well.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Who's gonna play well behind an offensive line that keeps collapsing?
Justin Herbert. Just 5 minutes ago, we just talked about offensive line collapsing in Justin Herbert, and you said, "Well, he's not the playmaker."
You're talking about a dude.
Is that not what you just said 5 minutes
6 years
ago?
versus somebody who's a rookie whose pocket is collapsing.
There's a lot. Look, I'm not killing Cam Ward.
Right.
I think I'm where Gene is. I'm just saying, like, let's see what he does. The numbers are the numbers. Everything can't be drop balls. Some of that's him too. If you're ranked 35th.
No, I'm saying it is he's making rookie mistakes, but under the pressure he's getting from his pocket always collapsing, and then he's trying to throw into windows, and then not to mention, you forget, if a receiver bounces off his hands and it goes to the other defender, it falls on the quarterback as an interception, does it not?
All I'm saying is we don't give Caleb Williams that kind of grace.
Man, Caleb was trash yesterday. No. Did you see the kid?
No, but I'm just making a point. Right, but I'm making a point.
No, but this is Caleb's second year.
Oh, right, but we killed Caleb Williams in year one. Why
I mean,
is Cam Ward getting all this grace?
I'm just saying it's bad for the kid over there right now, but he's trying. You know what I mean?
That man didn't score a touchdown against the worst defense in pro football. I
You talking about
mean,
Cam?
come on now. No, Caleb. You compare him to Caleb. That man couldn't score a touchdown against the worst defense in the NFL. He couldn't. Come on,
No,
man.
y'all don't have the worst defense in the NFL. Man.
Who's worse?
The reason why the reason
The
the
Raiders.
are you talking about the Raiders? I
Man,
thought he's talking
I
about the Saints
challenge
because that's who Caleb played yesterday.
I
This-
challenge that.
He
I mean,
played them
yeah,
Saints
yeah,
yesterday.
Saints were trash yesterday.
I
Man,
mean,
yeah. Saints
Rattler ain't
defense
that
ain't
dude.
bad, man. The
Gene,
Saints
you can go out there and do better than Rattler.
See, Damien's not wrong.
I got news for you though. Well, you just said I could go out there and do better than Rattler.
Yes.
Rattler played 10 times better than Caleb Williams yesterday. Not 5, 10 times better than Caleb Williams did yesterday.
He did.
If you watch that football game yesterday, Spencer Rattler played 10 times better than Caleb Williams did.
And what happened? Still lost.
The Saints couldn't stop the run.
Still lost.
That's what happened. The Saints couldn't stop the run. That's what happened.
No, couldn't do anything yesterday.
DeAndre Swift turned back the hands of time, and he's
time.
running in Georgia again.
Yeah.
And he's done that the last couple of weeks. Look, you call a spade a spade. I've never been a huge Caleb Williams fan. I acknowledge his talent and potential, but I'm not a huge Caleb Williams guy. The last couple of weeks hasn't been about him. It's been about their run game and DeAndre Swift. So the book is still out on guys like Caleb Williams. I get what you're saying about Cam Ward. All I'm saying is it's year one. Let's see what he looks like in year two. But I don't know what he's going to be. I have no clue what he's going to be.
That's the whole thing about Cam Ward.
the battle in Soldier Field, man. I want to ask you this, Mo. The Bears won the game 26-14, but
Carmike, why?
who won the quarterback play of the day? I mean, the play of the game.
Which quarterback played better?
Which quarterback, in your opinion, was better in this game? Who won? Who won?
It's no question. Rattler was the better quarterback. Cam Ward just happened to have the better running back.
Yeah, it's absolutely easy. Spencer Rattler played better. 2 of his interceptions weren't even his fault.
That is true. I'll give him that.
But and they threw a couple nice dots to Olave. Olave played very well yesterday. Juwan Johnson had a really good day for New Orleans. I think that the New Orleans team is 100% rebuilding. But Rattler had a much better day.
Well, weigh in, brother.
Alvin Kamara did absolutely nothing yesterday. Kendrick Miller went out injured. It was just, yeah, y'all want hype up Spencer Rattler? That's fine. Hype him up. He did score 2 touchdowns to Chris Olave yesterday. Even if you give him that, it wasn't enough for them to win. They can't stop anybody on defense. Taylor came back yesterday. He came back terrible. Then you go out and look at our DBs yesterday. They were just giving up wide open passes all day yesterday. It's just frustrating as a Saints fan right now.
The Saints defense have been keeping y'all in a lot of games very close. Y'all could win them if Spencer just tighten up a little bit. But would you rather go with Tyler Show? You want him to come in?
Either. It'd be worse. It'd be worse. Because he's a 58-year-old rookie trying to get his timing down.
Come on.
50-year rookie.
You said it yourself. This season for Saints fans requires patience because it's a developmental year. You're fine.
Yes.
You're fine.
But my issue is this though, and why I did say that, and I do agree with you. You also got to understand this organization is still charging full price for tickets.
I mean, that's
for these fans. I mean, that's going to be the
goal
regardless. But this is the type of performance that we're stuck with, and it's not going to get any better. Because who do we play next week? The Bucs.
I mean, it's not going to get better all year. You guys should be happy that you got a win this year and that you're going to get the top pick in the draft. That's what you should be happy about.
But what are they going to get in the draft? Who's going to be the quarterback for them?
Well, if you go by their drafts, they've been getting a bunch of linemen in the first round for the last 2-3 drafts. Dream, am I correct? They've been getting linemen.
They keep Kellen Moore there. They'll let Kellen Moore draft his quarterback.
They better.
I mean, but they got Tyler Show. And, most teams by now are switching out quarterbacks if they're doing bad.
Even
It's
if
crazy that Tyler Show hasn't seen the field yet.
he's 68 years old. Of course, he didn't see the field.
Went to 50 to 68. Crazy.
Y'all see what the quarterback change did to the New York Giants?
In the ARP.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
Hey.
Spencer Rattler's got the 11th best PFF rating in the NFL.
Let me ask you this, Gene. Is it time for Russell to retire?
Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
They've been stopped,
Yes.
man.
Been time for him to retire. You know what killed Russell Wilson even more? A lot of people are like, well, is it Russell or is it the Giants? We don't know. And then Jackson Dart played 3 games, and we're like, oh, it was Russell Wilson. Pretty obvious it was Russell.
We all knew it was Russell, though. But
I guess that there was some questions of whether or not it was him based off of how the Giants have looked the past few years. Like, look at Daniel Jones now, right? Daniel Jones left the Giants, and he's an MVP candidate. It's like, oh, it might not be Russ. It might be just the Giants. And then Jackson Dart got in there, and all of a sudden it's
You know what's bad? Jackson Dart tweaked his ankle a little bit, and he still would not come out the game to let Russell play.
I mean, I get it. He had a concussion, and Dable was in the concussion. That the medical tent being like, hey, I want to get Russ off the field. Can we do this? They just might as well throw GENEius in there. They got to stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But moving on, man. Dylan Gabriel, Mo, got his first win at home against the Miami Dolphins. The Browns defense, man, they made Tua get that ball up 3 times, man. And Junkins gave him a 3-piece in the end zone for rushing touchdown. What's going on with the Miami Dolphins, man? We looking at an epic collapse of the entire team, man.
Yes. New coach, new quarterback.
New quarterback?
New management.
Why did Mo say that with a smile on his face? Yes.
No, I'm just saying. Look, Mike McDaniels is toast. He's done. It's weird, though, because the guy that he rode for is kicking his back in. Tua is kicking in the coach's back, and the coaches always had Tua's back. That's the weird part. And that's fine, but it's a horrible look for your locker room. That team is eroding right before your eyes. I don't think Tua starts again. I think Tua's done. I think Tua's going to the bench.
He ain't coming in.
He's going to the bench. If I'm Mike McDaniels, why not? If I'm Mike McDaniels, I'm fired.
Before this game, Tua had like 2 solid games, man. They almost won.
What's the old saying, Mo, that Jim Ross used to say? Almost only counts in the horseshoes and hand grenades.
Right.
Back in the day.
Right.
Almost don't mean nothing. You either do it or you don't.
When you almost beat the Carolina Panthers, it should be something to brag about.
I mean,
we almost beat the Carolina
Panthers.
Yo, they almost beat the Chargers.
Oh.
The Chargers are falling apart at the seams.
Big time.
Yeah, but the Dolphins have
the only win they have this year is a ref assisted win versus the Jets.
What are you going to do as a season ticket holder if you're in Miami? What do you say? You say to your season ticket holders, look at all these games we almost won. We're that close. We're that close to winning another game.
At least it was entertaining.
I mean, I just find it hard that they just go from a 2-point loss against the Chargers, who's having injury problems, to go to getting smacked by the Browns straight out the gate.
Cleveland at home has the best defense in football.
Yep.
And I think they got the best defense in football, whether they're at home or not. They've been balling.
They don't, but they have when they are at home, they are a different animal.
I feel sorry for Jaden Waddle and Devon A-Chain. Too much talent to go to waste to Miami. Too much talent to go to waste.
So what are we going to rate Dylan Gabriel's play thus far?
Fair?
Yeah.
The Dolphins have 4 edge rushers on their offensive line and wonder why they can't stop the run. It drives me crazy. They have no defensive tackles on their defensive line. And they go, why can't we stop the run? We have all these edge rushers. Well, yeah, they're built to just stop the quarterback. That's it. They have 4 edge rushers on their offensive line. It's wild.
So let me ask y'all this: who is the worst team in football to you?
Saints.
Gene, I'm gonna start with you.
All right. So let me ask this question, right? Are you asking who's going to finish the worst? Or are you asking like who's playing the worst?
Who is the worst team right now in football?
Miami Dolphins.
Who's going to finish the worst?
New Orleans Saints.
Mm.
The Dolphins have more talent than the Saints, but the Dolphins have no culture. They quit on their coach. Their defensive scheme is awful. Like the difference is the Saints at least have a plan of sucking. Like their plan is we're gonna suck.
Like that make it any better.
It doesn't make it better. But like it's an example of like a team tanking in the NBA versus a team being just terrible.
Oh,
Like the Wizards are awful. The
Yes.
Sixers were tanking.
Yes.
There's a huge difference.
He said they got a plan to
We
suck.
got a
Is
plan
crazy.
to suck.
That is crazy.
You know?
Gene, are the Saints doing a new process?
Essentially, I'll bet you this, right? I think Olave gets traded.
Woo,
I think Kamara gets traded.
woo.
And I think they do what Miami did 5 years ago when they first got Brian Flores.
I remember that.
And they end up in that situation where they screwed the pooch anyway.
Mhm.
But they end up in that situation where they get capital for Minka Fitzpatrick. Remember when they traded Minka Fitzpatrick for a first-round pick like a week before the season started? And everybody's like,
remember
oh,
that.
God,
Yep.
he's punting on the season. That's what
Yep.
the Saints are doing.
Mo, who's the worst team in football?
The Dolphins.
Who gonna finish the worst?
It'll be the Saints.
Mm.
But you know what? I think Saints fans know what they have. And to be fair, they've been very competitive in most of their games. So they're tanking, but they're tanking with respect.
Oh, by the way, how did we get through this segment without talking about the Jets?
The hell?
Whoa!
Take
Calm
it with
down,
respect.
Gene.
What?
But
Take it with
who's
respect.
who's the worst team in football?
Saints,
Who gonna finish the worst?
Saints, and I give y'all my one reason: Mickey Loomis, the worst GM in football, the worst GM in football. You can't keep kicking the can down the road, and I blame you because of the fact you never ever planned, or as you planned to suck. You never looked at Drew Brees' replacement. You never did that. You never ever did that. So, and you keep kicking the can down the road. It's the Saints on both behalves because of Mickey Loomis. They won't recover and be a team of relevance again until he's gone.
So, Gene, I want to talk to you. We are 7 games in the season thus far, man, and I'm gonna give you 5 teams who have 1 loss or less.
Okay.
I want you to give me opinion. What's going on with these teams, man? So we got the Saints.
They're tanking. They're tanking. They are selling their assets. They're writing this season off to fix their salary cap. They're gonna salary dump so they can rebuild. They're 2 years away from being good.
We got the Titans 1-6. We got the Dolphins 1-6.
Okay.
We have the Ravens 1-5, and your New York Jets are the 0-7. Did we see this happening thus far for the season for these teams?
I mean, I didn't see the Jets this bad. They have 5 one-score losses. They have been in every football game, and they keep finding ways to lose them. I'll forget, the Jets went into Tampa Bay, blocked the field goal, took the lead, and it took a Baker Mayfield pass to Emeka Egbuka on the sideline for the Buccaneers to win that game in Tampa. The Jets got completely hosed by the referees in the Miami Dolphins game, lost that football game. They lost 34-32 to the Steelers opening day. I didn't see it. And I think Aaron Glenn is starting to lose the locker room way too quick. Way too quick. He gets in a press conference on Monday morning and he goes, "What? Why are you guys questioning whether Justin Fields is starting for me?" And then proceeds to bench him. That's losing the locker room.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, what else you gonna do? You take a L to the Panthers. You
They
can't
lost,
produce no offense.
lost the locker room.
Mo, did you see this shaping up to for the season for these 5 teams?
I think the Jets is the one that surprised me the most. I didn't see that. I really thought, I'm gonna be honest. I'll take the L. I thought they were gonna contend in the division. So, um, when when you're wrong, you're wrong. But they're over. That's beyond being wrong. I did not see them being over. That's crazy. And even when they lost on opening day, the way they lost, I thought they lost a great game. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna turn it. You know what I mean? They're gonna have a good season. I think that was the last time they looked really good, and they lost that game. And I'm not. I'm just off the Justin Fields bandwagon. I got it wrong. I thought this kid was going to turn it around. I thought he had found his NFL home, that this was going to be his house. Maybe his lot in life is journeyman, and I got it wrong.
Will, did you see this turn out for these 5 teams?
I didn't
thus
see
far?
this for the I didn't see this for the Ravens, and I get it. It's injuries primarily, injuries and some ineffective play in the secondary, but I didn't see this for the Ravens at all. I thought they'll be contending for that division along with the Bengals, who I didn't see that season, who has been underperforming due to injuries as well. So I didn't see the season for these two teams unraveling the way that it has.
I got news for you. The Ravens are going to win that division. So y'all can talk all y'all want right now. The Ravens are going to win that division. So we can knock that shit off right now. Look at
Hey,
their
man,
selection.
I'm just giving you the 5 teams who only got one win, and that's it.
I get it, but what Will just said, didn't see it. I get it. I didn't see the Ravens starting this bad too. But after the Steelers lost that Thursday night game to the Bengals, you want to hear something wild? The Steelers and Ravens are now tied for favorites to win the AFC North. And the Steelers are 1-5. I mean, the Ravens are 1-5. And if you want to look at the Ravens schedule, if you want to make some money, I'm just helping you. They're getting they're coming off the bye week. They're getting Lamar Jackson back, and they're going to play a gauntlet of great football teams coming up. They play the Bears at home, the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Browns, the winless Jets, the Bengals at home, the Steelers at home, the Bengals on the road. Like, I tell you right now, the Ravens are going to win the division.
You see them moving Mark Andrews?
No.
Are they?
Try to compete for Super Bowl.
Because I keep hearing them saying he might be a trade candidate and Isaiah likely take his spot. I don't know either. I don't think so.
You want the Saints to pick up Mark Andrews?
We need all the help we can get, brother.
No, you don't.
Hey.
No, you
We need
don't.
all the help we can get, brother.
No, you don't.
That's not tanking, Will. You don't add Mark Andrews.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
Gene, where did the Jets go from here, man? Do you see them continuing in this trend throughout the season?
They probably need to listen. I don't want to say they need to fire the coach, but I know it's 7 games into a season, and I'm always keeping someone in the loop. But this is an epic failure for. Maybe they just missed on quarterback. Maybe that's just what it is. Aaron Glenn is a defensive coordinator. He's the first game of the season. He let up 34 points to Old Man Rodgers.
Yep.
You can't do that shit.
I ain't been hearing much about Sauce Gardner this year, man.
I mean, listen, you can hear anything about anybody on that team. They're 0-7.
I'm with Mo. I think because I was hounding Justin Fields too going to New York. I was kind of hounding that myself. He's just been a disappointment. It's like he hasn't. He looks like he has a issue with processing information on the field as quick as he should be. So it's kind of a disappointment to me for him too. So I'm with you on that, Mo.
I cannot believe we went this whole show without talking about the 33-point fourth quarter from the New York Giants, from the Denver Broncos versus New York Giants.
Game of the day.
We went the whole show without talking about
collapse.
We brought up that game. We brought that game up.
You know why?
Collapse.
We spent too much time arguing about Cam Ward.
Let's talk about tomorrow. Let's talk about tomorrow because I really have some thoughts. You know that 4 times in the Super Bowl era as a team scored 33 points 33 points or more in the fourth quarter. ever. Crazy.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is our time for the day. Will you have any closing remarks for our people?
Yes, don't forget to join us for the Sports Report podcast tonight here on Wire to Wire Network. We're going to go over all the games, plus going to get you caught up on some baseball and preview a little bit of that NBA action we got coming up tomorrow night. So definitely tune in 10 p.m. Eastern right here on Wire to Wire Network.
NFL genius. Any closing remarks for our people?
I will not be here tomorrow. I have a work meeting, but thank you guys so much for tuning in the network. Appreciate everybody.
And as always, if you know better, you do better. Close us out, big dog.
Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you check out all the great content we have at Wire to Wire Network. Wire to Wire Network, we appreciate you.